Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Noise and welcome back to Age of Engineering. In the last episode, we were working on IC2 and trying to get the replicator, scanner, and pattern storage so that we can use some of this UU matter to actually do something. And I have been working pretty hard getting a bunch of silicon dioxide and clay dust so that we can make a bunch of silicon, which I have a good bit, and I made a bunch of electrical steel because today we are going to be looking at making the void ore miner. So this is a machine that is going to make my life a lot easier. First of all, we're going to need it eventually regardless, but if we use the void ore miner, then we'll be able to go ahead and get a lot of gold or whatever resources I need. Emeralds would be nice. So basically, we're gonna be making this big structure. I've been trying to decide where to put it, and I think underneath here is gonna be the best option. So we will actually. I can probably go right underneath here. How do I have this down here? So I still need to do a lot of work down here in the sewers. But what's the basement look like over here? Actually, I think this is the only basement I have currently. Not bad, and what I can do is I can put stairs and lower this a little bit more if I want. So it's a little bit nicer. I think that's what I will do. That'll make it look nice. Do we have carpenter? I don't think so. No. So if I want stairs, do I have access to a lot of different stairs? Just kind of plain stuff. So I'll have to use more plain structures, but we can use like, I don't even know, the basalt and hardened stone and skystone or alabaster, and we can use the environmental tech stuff as a basement floor, and that will make things look a little bit nicer, and we can have more room. So what we need to do is just for right now we're gonna dig this out and just go down 2. And that should be good for now. Let's make sure it's lit up. And I will expand basements later. But actually, we need to do this a little bit more. So just do something like this. And I will work on this between episodes. This is just for now so that we can potentially get the void ore miner up and running. Now, I'm not entirely sure how much space it requires. It is a 7x4x7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to go 2 more. Let's just go 3 so I can do this a little bit easier. Perfect. Make sure everything is well lit. And it needs to be a 4, so we can do something like this. Light everything up, and we'll put the stuff down here. So the reason it needs to be in the basement, whoops. The reason it needs to be in a basement is pretty simple, actually. It has to be in the basement because it needs to see bedrock. That is one of the 2 blocks that it will actually, like, you'll actually be able to work with. But just put these in the corners. One there, and then something like that. That'll be fine. So it has to actually see bedrock or void. Don't I have a ladder over here? I really should get it. Yeah, I do. I really need to work on the sewers and getting a lot of the places built and all that kind of fun stuff. But another time, another time. So let's just throw all this stuff in here and get to work. So in order to make the void ore and void resource miners, we're only going to make one of them for now because of just how expensive they are. But we have both the controllers, and luckily it's the same structure. So once we make one, we can easily convert it to another one. It's just a matter of changing the controller. So we'll need this guy, and I don't know how it looks, but I vaguely know how it looks. So what we're going to do is we're going to need structure blocks. We're going to need 24 of these and 20 machine bases. Now, I've been working for a while. We set this up a while ago to make a bunch of triple compressed cobblestone. So that is good. And then I went ahead and between episodes just went ahead and made a whole bunch of stone burnt, which is right in here. And we just need 20 black quartz. And as you can see, I have 104 of the silicon. I've been making a lot of it. I've processed all of the clay that we mined out last episode. So there's that. But machine blocks and then basalt around the corners. So I think we're going to use basalt for all of this, or hardened stone. Which do we have more of? So hardened stone, we have 2 containers. We have a ton of basalt. Yeah, we have an absolute ton of basalt, so we're going to use that. Just because it's going to make things easier. So there is the 2016 machine bases. So there we go. Nice and easy. And then we need to make the other stuff. So let's go ahead and throw that stuff in there. And we're going to need some redstone. And that should be about it for the structure blocks, which we need 24 of, I do believe. It's 20 machine and 24 structure blocks, correct? Yes. 20 machine bases, 24 structure blocks. We're just going to make tier 1 because tier 2 is kind of annoying with as many diamonds and vibrant alloys as we need. But we can get more of those later, so it's not that big of a deal. So, structure blocks, 24. Nice, easy craft. So, the last thing we're going to need is a bunch of quartz glass. And in order to do that, we need sand. And I'm just going to go ahead and grab a stack of enriched glass, or rich sand, so that we can make the special glass. Should not take too long to do. We can put the basalt away, and then we can look at what all are we going to need. So both of these miners use different lenses to get materials. You can use a clear lens, and it will have a chance to get basically anything. There's 10 ores and there's 15 resources. But you can use colored lens to get preference for different things. So for example, if we want uranium, we need green. We're going to want, let's see, what are things we're going to want? Draconium later might be good, but we'll worry about that then. Tungsten we don't need. Bauxite. Bauxite would be good later as well, but for right now, that's okay. So let's see, what do we want? We want gold, so we're going to want a yellow lens. We're going to want a lime lens, which unfortunately lime lenses, I believe, are only used for emeralds. Now, it is still, you're going to get a, it doesn't change the chance for everything else. You'll still get random things. The difference is every operation, you have a higher chance to get the whatever the lens favors. So for example, with the emeralds, if we look at this, so for example, copper, Copper is a 5.92% chance with a clear lens, but it's a 9.78 chance with an orange lens. So if you have an orange lens, you're going to have almost a 10% chance of getting copper ore, and a 90% chance of getting something else. I don't know if orange is used for anything else. Yeah, so you got a 10% chance for copper, a 6% chance for ardite, and a 6% chance for sphalerite. And then what? 78% chance of literally anything else. So it's one of those things that it's better to use the preferred to get something, but like we'll still get all the resources. It's just we'll get more of certain things with the different color lenses. So that's what we want. Now we need how many laser cores? We need 2 laser cores, so that's pretty easy. It's just some lens, some glass, some iron, and some redstone. And now we're gonna want to make like 3 lenses. Actually, we're gonna want we're gonna want 3 lenses. And 1, 2, 3. Now the reason why I'm making 3 lenses is pretty easy. We're gonna want different colors for different things. We want yellow, lime, and I believe white. Now clear is not the same as white, because white will get us mica. Mica is a white lens. Is there something else? Oh, I can't remember. Is there something else that we're gonna need? Let's see, automation age. Nope. Void ore miner. So doesn't say, but unlocking the rest of calculator, which is the next job that we have, and then mica and end diamond. So yeah, we just need mica from the resource miner. We're gonna want 1 more lens actually. I just realized we're gonna want clay as well. I want to make something an easy way to get clay. So yeah, let's see, what colors are we gonna do? We're gonna need yellow. So I should have some flowers. I think they're in here. I have some yellow dye. We're gonna want lime, which is, so let's see, we're gonna want, clay is light gray, and mica is white, correct? Alabaster, mica is white. So white is easy enough. And light gray is also pretty easy. So there's white. We need an ink sac, which I should have. Oh no, that's ash. Never mind. Ash has the same texture as light gray dye, or very close. So it's really, really weird. There's some black dye. So light gray. There we go. Actually, that is the same texture, isn't it? Yeah, it's the same texture. Oh, that's annoying. And then we're going to want lime. So lime is going to require some bone meal as well. And cactus green. So nothing too difficult there. Alright, so there is the lime. We'll just put those in there, and that'll be fine. So, yellow, light gray, lime, and bone meal. So we could just do that whenever we want. You can convert them between each different color very easily, actually. It's not a problem whatsoever. It's just, it's going to be better for us in the long run if we just go ahead and make a whole bunch. And then what we can do is, if I have an extra, I have another chest. We just set this down there with it. Then that's all we have to do. So we can go ahead and go put this stuff down. So we're going to need to get power here. That is one thing. I'm going to put this here, And we're going to put everything but, let's see, let's get gold, because that's what I want, and we're going to put the resource miner in there. So, void ore miner, I believe, goes in the top. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That is not centered. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so centered. And I believe 1, 2, 3 is where this guy needs to be. And we have the assembler, so hopefully this works. Yep, it's working. So we just right click and you can see it's not that difficult. There we go. It's not that difficult of something to make. Now there's one thing I forgot to do. And this is going to be fun. So just get rid of these guys. And we'll put this stuff in here. And I'm going to go empty my inventory. Except for... actually, we might be able to do this. We need to we need to dig a hole to bedrock. A little bit scared of that. So let's just close this off. Alright, perfect. Good enough anyways. So right there's the hole. I really hope we don't fall into lava. You know what? Let's... Oh, I need to pillar back up. I didn't think this through. I could always dig over to the place, but let's just pillar back up. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna go take a fire resistance potion. That should be good. Should be enough, right? We do have some, don't we? We have instant health potions. I also need a way to get back up to the surface, which is something I didn't really think of. We have a potion of water breathing. That might solve both my problems. So let's grab a bucket of water. And this is going to be fun. Hopefully it doesn't do too much to our sanity. But put a bucket of water right there. Water breathing. And we'll just dig down. I do want to... do something like that, and we're gonna light things up on the walls. Alright, let's just keep on going back down. And yeah, so this isn't too fun, but whatever. If we had respiration, it'd be a little bit easier, a little bit faster. But it will make everything safe, and we don't have to worry about lava. We don't have to worry about, well, cave openings is whatever, but fall damage is whatever. We don't take fall damage, I don't believe. So it's just a matter of mining a little bit farther down. It's not that far, but if we had flippers and or respiration, aqua affinity, actually it's aqua affinity, not respiration. If we had that stuff, then it'd be easier, but whatever. So once we get to bedrock, we just swim back up to the top, and that's that. Fix the machine and get rid of, so it should be anytime now. has to actively see bedrock. Alright. So this is going to take a while, but once we have the Void Ore Miner up and running, and Void Resource Miner, we're going to need to... Oh my god, this is going to take forever. I've discovered a mine shaft, by the way, in my mine, so something else to deal with. Will give us access to spawners, which we can use later once we get to Draconic Evolution, but not really anytime soon. So, yeah, we just gotta slowly swim back up, and oh man, I almost considered mining all the way over to the mine, but I don't think that would be worth it. So we are getting relatively close to this area. I should probably mark this, but if I see a big hole like this, I should know. I don't think there's any other mods that do this, so we're almost there. But yeah, so the plan is, once we have access to good amounts of resources, we're going to use our solar panel to basically power these ore generators as often as we want. And I believe you just have to give them a redstone signal, so just a lever, and it will go ahead and work and all that fun stuff. And what we're going to want right now is gold. We want gold so that we can get energetic alloys, so that we can get better power lines, and more power lines, so that we can start transferring all the power all over the place. And then what we're going to also want is to start looking at upgrading our solar panels. That is going to be difficult, but once we do it, shouldn't be too much of a problem. So we just need to grab our stuff, and there we go. Multi-block assembly complete. We just need to give it power. We need to give it, let's say we need to give it power, we need to give it storage, and that's pretty much it. So, let's go ahead and put that in there. Ores go in here. Everything else, just throw in here. Alright, cool. So, I guess the first thing we should focus on is power lines. We have some, yeah, we have 20 energy conduits. We can use those with conduit binder and some energetic alloy to make more of the enhanced energy. So let's go ahead and do that. Do we have any energetic alloys? No, but we have some gold. We have plenty of redstone. We don't have much glowstone. Now, what is glowstone's color? I believe it is also gold or yellow. So we'll also get glowstone, which is good. That is the other thing we need. So I have a good bit of it over here. Let's go ahead and grind this stuff up. What's the best way to do this again? I believe it's the crusher. Yeah. The crusher gives you guaranteed 4. So let's get alloys. And we'll let that start cooking. Now we're going to want some conduit binder, which I have plenty of. That's considerably easier to make. So while we're waiting on that, let's go ahead and make the last thing that I want to do. We're also going to need a lever, but we'll get that in a second. Actually, do we have a lever? No. Alright, it is just a piece of cobblestone and a stick, so easy enough. So what we're gonna want is, let's see, let's dig that out, and then we just head to the right, and this should get us to power line at some point. Hey, there's a power line. Alright. So, I guess let's just go ahead and put that there. And we'll run a power line like so. And yeah, so we just need the one last thing, which is the storage container. Now we're going to use a, what are they called? Small storage crate. We're going to use one of these, I think. What's the medium? Void crystal blocks. We could probably do medium. I don't want to go all the way to the large, but the medium storage crate should be good enough. We have plenty of coal to turn into stuff. We need 9 gold plates turned into the, what's it called? The thing, the dense plates. We have 2 there, dense iron plates. So this will take just a second. We can get the rest of our silicon cooking up, and I'm going to put clay dust in there. You know, I have one more clay, so let's go ahead and go grab that. And I'll need to lay it up underneath the ground. I forgot to do that, but that's fine. Get that taken care of. But yeah, so once we get a bunch of gold and glowstone, then I can start making more power lines and all that kind of stuff. And then the only other thing that I'll have to focus on for now is IC2 and building. I really need to start working on building again. So we're up to 57 UU matter. That's not too bad. And almost done with the gold plates. Actually take 2 of those out. We have some gold plates in here, so might as well use them. And kind of the next thing that we're going to have to start focusing on is getting more power and getting power centralized and getting everything up and running like we want it. So compressor, and then we'll move on to IC2. The next thing is to make the cool reactor stuff, the not reactor but the generators. And there's the dense gold ore. Perfect. We need to eat, and just kind of working towards better automation and whatnot. Getting the void ore miners is going to be a bit of a godsend, just because of, whoa, lag spike, pretty bad one. Just because of how useful they are. So let's get a bunch of wood. We're gonna need 4 chests, and we need some sticks and another piece of wood. So this is not too bad to make. So we need the wooden casing, easy enough, and then we can make the, once we have the 2 diamonds, which we have plenty of diamonds, for now anyways. I have almost 2 stacks of diamond ore, kind of insane. Go ahead and make the small storage crate, and I just want to show off that this is small. Now we could stop there, but why not go for a little bit extra resources to the medium? So we just throw those in front, and that should give us everything we need for the medium. And how big is the medium? It's 2 pages. Alright, so I can just put that down on below and never worry about it again. Alright, so there is our first little bit of energetic alloy. Just do this. And that looks like 84%. So we're getting really close with the surge quartz. So we should have everything we need. We might need some item conduits. I'm not sure, so we'll just take a look. And alright, we'll put this here. let's go ahead and use the item conduits to... I'm really bad at placing those. So insert, extract always active, and then we just need the power lines to go rest. Actually, no, power lines. Oh yeah, power lines rest the way. All right, so it is working currently, and we've already got some cobalt. Not what I was wanting, but that's fine. So we just put the lever here. Actually, we're going to put the lever on this guy. If we turn it off, it should stop working. Yep. Turn it on. Turn the lever off, and it starts working again. We have some silver. So this is exactly what we want to do. One thing we can do eventually is set it up so that it will automatically shut down if this has too low of power. But we're keeping up. This guy generates... let's see what the numbers are. So the solar array tier 1 generates 720, whereas the void miners take... it looks like it's 332, so it's what, 800? So we'll be... Why are we gaining power then? Don't know, but it seems to be working just fine. And we can switch out whatever we want. Lens cores, the actual miner to get whatever kind of stuff we want. So we're getting charged Certus quartz and all sorts of good stuff. Yeah, I don't know exactly why it's working with the power, but evidently it doesn't use as much power as I thought. But yeah, we're keeping up with the power demand, so we can just leave this on forever unless we start running out of power, and then I'll just turn it off. But there is our first yellow ore, and it's sheldonite, which is not really useful. It makes platinum and can give you iridium nuggets, which is... I don't believe they're super useful, but I could be wrong. Looks like we can get... Oh, that's alloys, yeah. It's used for enchanted ingots, which are used only for the angel ring. But yeah, we're gonna get a bunch of ores, and it's gonna be great. So that's gonna be it for this episode. Next time, I will be honest, I'm not sure what we're gonna be doing. We might start looking at I think we need to start duplicating things, and we might start looking at getting into the next age. But I don't know for sure yet. So we'll figure it out and go from there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!